Good day. My name is Michelle D. Clark, and I'm just a small town girl with big time dreams who God has shown his grace and mercy and has saved me from some life threatening situations. And when I say small town, I'm talking about Harvey, Illinois. That's where I'm from. Most folks don't even know where Harvey is. But you don't have to be a reporter on America's Most Wanted to know how Chicago, which is right next to Harvey, has gotten its nickname Chiraq. But instead of thugging and drugging and stealing and killing and selling dope, I decided to become a hope dealer. So that's what I do with my company, Lift Nation, where we are empowering women to live inspired, free, and transform. And in order to do that, I had to get my bachelor's in psychology. I got my master's in social work. I'm a licensed social worker as well. And I got my PhD from the School of Hard Knocks. Because let me tell you something, I have been through some things. Wow. So, but the good news about that is because of the things that I've been through, that has helped me to just make it my mission to be the Harriet Tubman of authenticity, helping women, empowering women to break the chains of stereotypes and shatter glass ceilings and shed the baggage of bad decisions, past mistakes, and traumas, tragedies even. So I titled this, Put Your Mask On First, because a lot of times as women, as mommies, aunties, grandmas, grantees, all that kind of stuff, we find ourselves just giving, doing for others. And then when it comes time to do for ourselves, we are just simply tapped out, tired, and just like, oh, I just don't have the energy, or just keep putting things on the back burner until you find yourself like me, having 2 strokes, back to back, 2 days apart, stage 2 breast cancer, mini stroke, and just flat out sick and tired of being sick and tired. It's when those things happen, when your body puts you on notice, when your body makes you take an involuntary pause, is when you realize that you should have put your mask on first. At least that's what I realized. And so I just wanted to come to tell you that it's so important for us to take a time out, take a breather, because it can be really, really easy to get burnt out, get stressed out, have compassion fatigue, if you will. And that's when we find ourselves, like, I don't know, if you ever felt yourself feel like irritable for like no reason at all, or just angry, tired, worn out, anhedonia, meaning things that you used to like to do, you don't want to do those things anymore. It's just having this feeling of dis-ease or uneasiness. That may be a sign that you're feeling either burnt out or compassion fatigued. I'll get more into the differences of those on another live. But I just want to come to you all with a little bit of some of the symptoms, because it's not as important to know what it's called as it is to know what you're experiencing, how you're feeling. And so if you're feeling that way, it may be time for you to just take a time out, a time away. Give yourself an adult time out. I know I had to. And it taught me that if we don't listen to our bodies, if we don't listen to the signs of our bodies, that at some point our bodies are going to shut down. So like, you know how when you're driving in a car, and especially nowadays, you're driving in a car and your gas gauge may get on that E, and then you like, okay, I can go a little bit further. Then it gets a little bit past that E, you're like, Then the light comes on, you're like, I have to go get some gas because I don't want to be stranded. And then we pull off, we get some gas, we fuel up, whether we get half tank, full tank, whatever, doesn't matter, but we fill up, right? Just at least to make it to our next destination. But when our bodies are telling us, hey, you're on E, you need to get some gas, we just keep going and going and going. It gets a little bit past E, we just keep going and going and going. Next thing you know, the light comes on, we're going and going and going until you may find yourself like me having a stroke. Find yourself like me having stage 2 breast cancer. Find yourself like me just tired, fatigued, not understanding why I go to sleep and couldn't get that full rest. Wake up and still feel like I hadn't been asleep. Those are some of the signs that my body was telling me that I need to slow down, that I need to take a break, that I need to take a breather. So, what are some of those things that we can do to make sure that we don't run on E and end up in the hospital or worse? Well, one thing we can do is something that's really, really simple. I know for us who are like extremely busy, always doing something, always having something going on, one of the things we can do is something as simple as breathe. I know it sounds so like, okay, Michelle, I breathe all the time. What is that supposed to mean? No, I mean like deep breathing, getting in some good deep breaths and just sitting still and quiet and just allowing ourselves to be at peace, at rest. That may require some calming music. Some people say, oh, Michelle, my mind still wanders even when I'm trying to just sit and be and breathe. Well, sometimes we need guided meditation. So that way it's someone telling us what to do. And that way it takes the guesswork out of it, part one. And part two, it's someone talking to us and guiding us. So that way our minds don't get the opportunity to wander because we're concentrating on what that person is saying. And then we're taking those deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, slowly, like I don't know if you notice, I close my eyes. And one of the reasons that I do that is because it helps me to shut out the things that are going on around me. It literally allows me to utilize my own space, my own being, to just be and shut out everything else around me. Now, there are times when I will couple that with music. Again, that's layering now. So I'm closing my eyes, shutting out all the stimulus visually. Then I play some nice calming music. So then that way it's now allowing the other senses to get that calmness. There may be some other type of layering, like I said, the guided meditation that can help as well. But the point of it is, hey, Roderick, how you doing? The point of it is for us to be able to mimic the state of calmness. So some people are like, well, why do I even do deep breathing? That's why. So that way we can mimic that state of calmness. So our bodies can slow down. And then soon our minds will slow down and we can be calm. And that pause doesn't have to take all day. Some people are like, listen, I ain't got no time to be sitting around for no 30 minutes breathing and whatnot. No, that may sound funny, but it doesn't take all of that. Literally, if you're an extremely busy person, which most of us are, now there's the hustle and bustle. Everybody is back to the grind since, the pandemic. And I'm not saying we're out of it, but I'm definitely saying that the habits that were prior to the pandemic are now starting back up. So with that, we're really, really busy. It literally only takes about 5 minutes, 10 minutes max, but just relax and allow yourself to just be. So that's one tip. That's one thing that you can do really quickly at your desk, on the couch, in the shower, needless to say, something that can help you to calm down, us to calm down. That only takes a brief moment out of our time, out of our day. Sometimes it may just be a matter of 5 consecutive deep breaths, and then we move on our way. But just something to put a pause. I call it like, what they say, pause for station identification back in the day. So just kind of pausing for station identification. And that identification is just identifying that we need a break. And then we can continue on our day. It's like a refuel. We're just pulling off the exit to get some gas and getting right back on the on-ramp. That's it. So I will come back with some more tips. I want to end for today If anybody has any questions or comments, please, please, please feel free to put them on this live. If you found this helpful, I want to hear about that too. If you want more tips, please do follow me. Follow my lives. As a matter of fact, if you want to connect with me, I want to give you a gift. I want to give you a 20-minute free conversation exploration with me. Hit me up, www.micheledclark, that's MICHELEDCLARK.com. And in there, put in there mask. Just put in there mask, and I'll know exactly where you saw me at. And you will get that free 20-minute conversational exploration with me. So listen, I look forward to connecting with you. And I hope you have a super fantastic the rest of your evening or day, depending on what part of the world you're in. In the meantime, take care and have a super fantastic day. Again, my name is Michele D. Clark with Lift Nation, where we're empowering women to live inspired, free, and transform. Take care and God bless.